starting. I've been waiting for this day all my life. You'll be dressed up in your finest. You'll see beauty at its brightest. We'll have all we ever needed and more. And it feels like a wedding day. Feels like a wedding day. And it feels like a wedding day. Come and take me away.
Before you could be a good mother or wife, you need to first be a God-fearing woman. Now this might surprise you, but a good woman is not defined by her physical appearance or by a man's opinions and flattering statements. What Christ finds precious is found in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3-4, which says, "Your adornment must not be merely external by braiding the hair and wearing gold jewelry or putting on fine clothing, but let it be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is precious in the sight of God." These verses are stating, do not spend each day living a superficial life of dressing yourself with the latest fashion, fine jewelry, and the most attractive hairstyles, but adorn yourself with the beauty that's imperishable, the beauty of Christ's character. External beauty is simply vain. It's the heart that's disciplined by the Spirit of God that defines true beauty. This truth is found in Matthew chapter 5, verse 8, which says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." The way you present yourself is a reflection of what you stand for. Are you standing for self, or are you by the quality of your character standing for Christ? You might ask, is God saying that we should not take care of our appearance and just let ourselves go? Absolutely not. However, we should never make our outward appearance the sole objective and goal to define womanhood or establish our worth. Now, some might say that womanhood is casting off enslavement to a husband and climbing the corporate ladder in the workplace, politics, or some other professional area. Others might say that womanhood is being a homemaker, period. Still, there are others that say that womanhood is defined by wearing fashionable attire such as sensual clothing, makeup, and jewelry. For others, womanhood is defined by having children, and in some cases is defined by how many children a woman has. Women will always find themselves chasing an elusive identity and dream unless they embrace who God made them to be according to the Bible. We as women need to learn how to accept our femininity. It's no coincidence that men and women are different. This was God's intended purpose in creation. Throughout the Bible, the lives of many women are revealed to us. Here we are shown examples of how women should and should not conduct themselves. All throughout the Bible, the Lord even describes His followers as a woman. An example of this is seen in Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 32. Now, what's so special about women that the Lord uses a woman as the symbol of His bride? Educating women about womanhood is a subject that deserves careful attention. Women need to come to the realization of their God-given responsibility. The ultimate definition of a God-fearing woman is found in Proverbs chapter 31. Women should possess a gentle and quiet spirit, one which respects God and her husband, not in a fearful dread, but a peaceful, secure rest and trust. When someone offends you, do you lash out in an uncontrollable rage? Do you find yourself getting irritated and frustrated easily? If your husband, family members, or close friends were to describe you in secret, would they use such words as miserable, aggressive, obnoxious, loud, or overbearing? Or would they use such words as lowly, simple, humble, chaste, or modest? A godly woman is a comfort and a companion, one who a godly husband can trust in and delight in. These sentiments are a summary of Proverbs chapter 31:11, which says, "The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil." Her tenderness and gracefulness is the adornment which defines a true woman of God. Women should dress like women, speak like women, and conduct themselves like women according to the Bible. The Word of God is a contradiction to all who would preoccupy themselves with the superficial lifestyle of external display. A godly woman draws attention to Christ and not herself. The quality of her character should overshadow her physical features. For those who are struggling, there is hope. The Word of God offers loving correction to those women who would use beauty to attract attention. This deceptive and bewitching method is both seductive and manipulative to all who behold it. Many see beauty only on the outward surface, but if we look at it from God's view, Proverbs 31:30 says, "Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised." We as women need to realize that Christ's likeness is the ultimate measure of a woman. 1 Timothy 2 verse 9 and 10 says, "In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works." True womanhood is not found in a woman trying to see how many men she can get to check her out. She's not to seduce men by provoking them to lust after her, but she's to attract a godly man by her own godliness. Her adornment should be feminine, modest, discreet, and proper. This does not necessarily equate to bland and unstylish, but it does mean being cautious and wise enough to not hypnotize men to fall into sin through lust. For the Bible does teach that we are our brother's keeper. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Truly, a woman who fears the Lord is difficult to find, but these women will be praised. Praised by the husbands who are blessed enough to marry them, by others who are treated kindly by them, by the children who are raised by them, and ultimately honored and favored by the Lord Himself. Thanks for taking the time to watch this episode. I would love to hear your thoughts on what was presented today. So if you have any comments or questions, please post them below or inbox me on Facebook. Please subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook, and join me next time as we continue our journey to becoming His graceful bride.
And it feels like a wedding day. Feels like